In today's video, we will be going over everything you need to know about single family and multifamily properties so that at the end of this video, you will confidently be able to decide which one is a better investment for you based off of the goals that you want to accomplish. And make sure to stick around to the end because I'll be going over which one I prefer and why. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Evan Phoenix, and this channel is all about real estate education and my journey to financial independence through real estate investing. So if that's something that you may be interested in, consider going down and subscribing to this channel. Now let's go over the basics first of what a single family and what a multifamily property is before getting into the meat and potatoes of the pros and cons of each. A single family home is designed to house only one family, hence the single family. When I was growing up, when someone were to purchase a house, they would only purchase a single family, and it was a huge accomplishment. I always thought that you purchase one house, you live in it, and you don't purchase any other houses for the rest of your life. Why would you need more when you already have the one that you're living in? But I was wrong. A multifamily property is a property that houses multiple families, typically split up into units and rented out. More times than not, an investor owns the whole building and then rents out each unit. Now, multifamily is split up into two classes, residential and commercial. A residential multifamily property is 2 to 4 units, whereas a commercial multifamily property is more than 5 units. The reason being is because if it's more than 5 units, it's considered commercial and it's valued off of how much it actually makes. Now we established what a single family and multifamily are, let's get into exactly what the pros and cons of each property is. Starting with the pros of a single family house. The first one being that it is a low cost to entry. Typically a single family house is meant for a primary house. If you are purchasing a primary home, a lot of loans open up to you that allow you to put less money down, like the FHA 3.5% down or a 5% conventional loan. As long as your intent of the property is to live in it as a primary house at purchase, then you can use one of these low down payment loans. The second pro is that single family houses are more desirable than multifamily. The way that you can tell, go around your neighborhood and see if there is more single families or more multifamilies. More times than not, there's gonna be more single family houses. And it's as simple as there's more homeowners than there are investors. And the third pro is that there are more single family houses on the market at a time than multifamily. And the reason that there are more traded is because there's more single family houses than multifamily. So with single family houses, you can get into those properties for such low down payments, and there are a lot to choose from. But let's get into the cons. The first con of a single family house is that there's way more competition. Not only are you competing with other investors, but you're also competing with all of the homeowners that want to just live in it as a primary house. Just like now more than ever, as we're in a seller's market, it's extremely hard to find a deal. Not only with the competition, but single family houses tend to cash flow less than multifamily properties. You only have one tenant in the property at one time, so it's less cash flow coming in. And that leads us to con number 2, which is less cash flow. Let me give you this example to hammer this one home. If you have a multifamily house where 4 people are paying you rent every single month, and then you have a water heater come up, it's going to hurt, but it's not going to hurt as much because you will still receive cash flow. Whereas a single family house, if you have a water heater go out and you're only getting rent from one person, that may eliminate your cash flow for that month or even the next couple months because you only have one tenant in there at one time. Nevertheless, if it's an even larger expense, that's even worse for you as an investment. And the third con, which is it's dependent on one tenant. If your tenant decides not to pay, well, you're getting $0 coming in each month. Whereas a multifamily, if one tenant does not pay, you're still receiving rents from the other units. So when you have single family properties, you just want to make sure you have way more reserves. All right, so let's switch over to multifamily properties. The first pro is that it's easier to raise the value on a multifamily property, especially when it's more than 5 units. That property is valued off of the money that it creates. So if you find a multifamily property that's mismanaged and under rented, it's easy for you to go in there, fix it up, raise the rents, and increase the value of the property. I mentioned this before, but pro number 2 is that it's more cash flow than a single family house. It's as simple as you have more than one person paying you rent every single month. And the third pro with multifamily properties is that it's stable. You're going to be receiving that money every single month. And like I stated too earlier, if one of the tenants decides not to pay you rent, you will still receive the other couple units that you have. So you will be receiving cash flow every single month as long as you manage it right, you get the right tenants in there, and you treat your tenants well. But let's get into the cons of a multifamily property as well. With multifamily, it is a higher cost to entry. With a 2 to 4 unit residential building, you can utilize the FHA 3.5% down loan to get in there for a low cost. But typically, if you have multiple units and they are receiving rent each month, the value of that's going to be higher of a single family. And if it's a multifamily property that's over 5 units, you're going to have to put down around 20 to 25% of the property. The second con is that it's more scarce. It's harder to find a deal with multifamily properties. You tend to have to look off market to actually find a good deal. Typically, multifamily properties are held by investors that know what they're doing. And if they do want to sell, want to put it up for as much as possible. So to find a good multifamily property is extremely hard. And moving into the third and final con, which is the management on a multifamily property. But when you have multiple tenants over 1, 2, or 3 multifamily properties, it starts to get hectic and you need to hire out for management. And when there's management, there's an additional fee that you have to pay. So it eats into your cash flow. Not only that, but if you choose a management company that ends up mismanaging the property, it could cost you thousands and thousands of dollars because you chose the wrong management company. So you really have to be careful when choosing a management company for multifamily properties. So now we went into the pros and the cons of single family and multifamily properties. Let me tell you which one I prefer. When in doubt, multifamily. The reason I say multifamily is because it's easier to leverage a multifamily property. If you purchase a commercial multifamily property, you raise the rents and you lower the expenses and you add a ton of value to the property, you can then leverage that property, pull a HELOC, do a cash out refinance, and go buy more cash flowing assets. Once you get the hand of it, you can really scale extremely fast with multifamily and add tons of cash flow to your portfolio. And if you're just starting in real estate investing and you have to save up money and you just don't have enough to purchase with 20 or 25% down, you can utilize the FHA 3.5% down loan to purchase a 2 to 4 unit multifamily house hack and utilize the house hacking strategy. You would essentially live in one of the units, rent out the others, and use the income from the other units and apply it to your mortgage every single month so you can limit it and lower it to zero as much as possible. Not only that, but if the other units are paying down your mortgage and you have to pay zero out of pocket every single month, you will be able to save way more. Not only that, but after living in it for 1 year, you can move out and repeat the process and do another FHA 3.5% down loan on another multifamily property. Well, I hope this was helpful. I hope you know exactly which one you'd rather decide on, whether that be a single family or a multifamily investment. Let me know down in the comments whether you choose single family or multifamily to invest in, and make sure to check out this video. If you like this video, I know you're gonna love this one.